I have chosen for the communication asset assignment in this course to identify myself as a race conflict veteran. I believe that a race conflict veteran is someone who has engaged in discussions or conflicts regarding race, and they can share those experiences and the benefits and cost of participating in that. I think it encompasses all the three parts of my inventory. The fact that I say I am black, the diversity program I created had a specific goal of increasing recruitment and retainment of African Americans on our campus. And so I had to put my racial identity into that program so that I could attract others to want to participate as a part of that program. And the fact that we had a high successful rate of graduation and retention and increasing numbers of African American participants all led to only could have occurred because I cared about my race and what it meant to me and tried to find a positive use for it in the program. I also say in my inventory that I'm an educator, and I was able to make that part of being a race conflict veteran, and that was the sphere in which I chose to put my racial identity into an educational program that had as its purpose trying to understand the positive lessons of race historically in debate specifically, and more generally in terms of education, understanding what benefit or what value racial narratives and racial stories might have for all my students. For example, I tell the story in class about runaway slaves and their repeated failures and how they learned from those failures and ultimately were able to create a successful path out of slavery, which ultimately created the the Underground Railroad. I try to use narratives that might be particular to my identity, but universalize them in helping students understand a process like the process of failure in trying to learn. Finally, my inventory attribute as being an activist also is embraced in the race conflict veteran idea. There I'm allowed to consider problem solving and what happens when one agitates to try to solve problems by influencing and persuading others to act in ways to help create solutions to those problems. And there are sometimes consequences, intended and unintended, to those choices. I try to understand and embrace all that as it relates to being a race conflict veteran, and know that those experiences and narratives that I have can help